going out there. Yep, I had to service my stove today. This power went out last night and I didn't have no heat, so the oil furnace had to kick in. So, yep, I had to clean the power vent out, and I had to take the blower, then take the combustion motor out, clean that up, cleaned up the stoker motor, cleaned all the fines out of there, took a drill bit, cleaned out the holes from the air and the stoker grate. There was a lot of stuff built up in the wheels, the wheels of that blower motor, so it's a little noisy, but not as bad as it was. So here we go. Ooh, yep, just fired it up and it's calling for heat. So yeah, you can tell I got some wood burn off there on the side there. Wow, that's hot. So yeah, look at that. That's almost too hot for the camera. Alrighty. So yeah, that's what I'm up to right now today. Got the boiler over here yet. Haven't done anything with that yet. And I thought we were out of oil because the oil burner's not running right. But I stuck a pipe down in the tank. It's like I got like 5/8 of a tank of oil. So something wrong with the oil burner. Always something. It stank last night this morning when the power came back on. That thing stank to high heaven. It stinks right now. So yeah, I had a little bit of trouble starting this thing, and I was just not being patient. See the size of those pieces of wood? How big they are? Yeah. Well, they don't. I guess. Well, there's my hand. There's my hand. You can see, and they're just too big. I broke up little pieces, like, little tiny pieces, little tiny blocks, and then I lit it again after supper, after I could think, and it fired right up. So now back on the coal. Yeah, it got cold. We got frost last night, and it froze. My neighbors, I don't know if we can see out here, probably not. My neighbor planted some flowers, and I don't know if you can see over there or not. Oh, hands in the way there. Oh, this has good night vision. This has night vision. Wow, look at that. Yeah, my neighbor planted some flowers, and they look droopy. No shit. This camera's got night vision. Well, look at that, guys. That's freaking awesome. Probably got my hand over the microphone. Oh shit. Wow. Wow. So that's what I'm up to. There's the power vent. That's where the exhaust chooches out. Blurry. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Gotta get motivated again. I gotta put paneling in. I gotta finish the paneling in this little room here. That light's hooked up. Take that light down. Yeah, it's been taking it one day at a time. Am I zoomed in yet? No? One. Oh, you can negative zoom. Wow, that is cool. Oh no, 1.0. There we go. Yeah, I've just been kind of down. My mom fell a couple weeks ago, and she's been in freaking severe pain. And spending extra time taking care of her because she can't even pick up a meal and carry it to the table. So just make sure she's taken care of, and make sure the shopping's done. Yeah, I got stuff to work. I got a lot of cleaning to do down here. That was a lot of work today for me, because I had to clean everything out. I haven't cleaned this. I think I cleaned the stove last year. I didn't clean it through midwinter. I lit it in November. I think it went out once because the power went out, and then I lit it again. So this is the third time I had to light it the whole winter. Any of you guys out there in my area, if you're interested in this stove when I'm done with it, it's going to be for sale once I get the boiler set up this summer. As soon as I'm done heating, I'm going to put the boiler in. But yeah, it's a good stove. It's like a 2012 model. It has a digital control on it. It's freaking very efficient. Puts out the heat. Heats this house fine. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. There's my bin of shiny black rocks. So, yep. I gotta clean the vacuum cleaner out tomorrow and then sweep up the floor down here, take out the ash. But yeah, that motor there is quieter than it was. It was making a lot more noise. This stove, I think, is about, you know, I think both motors, you know, if I was going to keep this stove, I'd probably replace both those motors. That motor there, that's the combustion motor, and then this one inside this box is the stoker motor. I'd probably replace them. They got, jeez, it's got, just me here, I think we got 20 tons of, you know, maybe 17, 18 tons of coal through it. And then I don't know, you know, I think it's about a 2012 model, and let me tell you, it wasn't treated right where it was. It was in a garage. I was actually scraping body shop dust out of that freaking wheel there because you know I hadn't. It was working fine. I just lubed it. I didn't notice the little wheel was dirty, like the power vent. You know, that's a dumb idea, putting a coal stove in a power vent. That thing gets clogged up with fly ash all the time. You know, once I'm done with this, I'm going to cement the hole in the wall shut. The EFM there, that's going to go out the chimney, up through the masonry chimney. All this mess in here is going to get torn down. And, you know, this ductwork here I'm going to leave for now. I'm going to put a water to air heat exchanger in that right there. I'm going to take the AC coil out. The air conditioning don't work no more. It's got a leak somewhere, and it's R22. I charged it with R22. It lasted about 4 hours. So yeah, that's gonna go. I hope the cold air returns to the upstairs rather than to the coal stove, and run it that way. Run a loop up to my room with radiators in my room. The loop out to the garage. There's the black snake there. Over there, you can see where it's coming through the wall. And yeah, so this oil tank's gonna be even more harder to install. I gotta get it out of my way. I gotta get legs on it, get it in there, but I don't know if I can get it in there with that tank in the way. But you know, I was gonna try to use up all that oil, and yeah, here I am. The gauge is wrong. The gauge shows almost empty, and I thought the tank was almost empty because I haven't put oil in there 2 years. We stopped getting delivery 3 years ago, and 2 years ago I put about 40 gallons in it because we had a real cold spell. But yeah, it's freaking like 5/8 of a tank. But since the oil burner's not running right, I had to put this thing back on. You know, I got this has an oil gun option. You know, I'm just thinking about tearing that all out and putting the oil gun in there. But the problem is putting the radiators in all these rooms in the house. There's a lot of stuff in this house. My mom's been here 52 years. It's going to be a little hard to get radiators in because the walls are just covered with stuff. You know, there's one room here where you just can't even get to. There's a bed there, and there's just boxes and desks and wardrobes, and you know, I mean, I collect things. I mean, here you go. This is my grandmother's kitchen. This is my grandmother's kitchen table. I gotta find legs for it. You know, it used to be really wet down here. The legs got rusty. I saw different. I think that's how they pronounce their channel, YouTube channel. Different, DIYFFVRENT. He made a table with butcher block, and he used some like iron legs, and I think they would look good if I can attach the iron legs to this table. These are the chairs my grandmother used to. You can see it's like a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. I know it's really dirty, but look, yeah, it's like a Pennsylvania Dutch themed table. That's why I never threw it out. It's been down here since I didn't have no place to go with it. My grandfather died 21 years ago. You know, the chairs will clean up. I can get new cushions for them. I don't really know if you can buy cushions for these old chairs anymore, but yeah, that's why I didn't get rid of that table. But yeah, the legs are bad. So yeah, that was great. I saw that idea of the wrought iron legs. I'm gonna order some, and hopefully I can fit them and use this table somewhere. I mean, yeah, because that was my grandparents' kitchen table. My mom ate off this table. I ate off this table. You know, we had it there till, you know, my pop-up died. Then we had to move everything out of the house. So I kept it, and you know, it's sentimental to me. And unfortunately, when you keep sentimental stuff, sometimes it gets ruined, and that's even more hurtful. That your sentimental thing is no good anymore, you know. And you know, I'm just in denial there. I mean, I'm just not gonna, you know, I just let it there, you know. But yeah, if I can get new legs on it, that's gonna be awesome. Anyway, that's where we're at there. And yeah, we got our good. Let's check it now. Let's see. It's been going since I've been yapping here, almost 10 minutes. Yep. See, you got some ash starting there. It's kind of crooked. It's got to equalize. I don't have a lot of. You can see it burnt pretty hot there. It's burning all that wood off. You know, all the residue from getting the wood fire started in there. So that's what you got there. I got this bag of wood pellets with the stove. I've tried lighting it with wood pellets, and I don't know why I don't just get rid of them wood pellets. It's just sitting there. Oh well. Yeah, that's how this works. Yeah, I know. Videos all over the place. That's just me. That's where the coal goes. And when it's really cold out, I fill this twice a day. And then, but you know, this time of year, once a day, even every other day or every 3 days, if it's only getting down to 50 degrees at night. Yeah, it holds about 2.5 buckets of coal. But yeah, this thing puts out the heat. But yeah, alrighty, I'm gonna go back upstairs and upload this video and make sure Mom's alright, got everything she needs. And but yeah, that's how much coal I got. I got this right before the governor shut down coal mines, you know, before they got the exemption, and I was pissed. So I got on the horn, I called my state representatives, and I raised hell, and I called the coal mine, and they said, hey, we're still open today. So I called my coal man, and I said, hey, are you busy? He says, no. I said, can you go get me a load of coal before the breaker closes? And you know, that was March 13th, I think, or something like that. Don't quote me on the day. But yeah, he got there, and then when this driver got here, we unloaded the coal, and then the driver had a flat tire. I should have got a video of that. So we couldn't fix the tire because it had we couldn't. I found my tire plugs. We found my tire plugs. We found my reamer tool, and I had two reamer tools, and 0 tire plug installers. You know, when I moved, somebody up there at the other place I was at, they got probably 2 installers and no reamers, and I got 2 reamers and no installers. So what I ended up doing was giving them my air tools, and we took the wheel off the truck, and it was a dually in the back. We took the wheel off the truck and threw it in a dump bed, and off back to Myerstown he went. And you know, so hopefully I'll be good here. I probably won't need coal till 2021. You can see it was filled up here to the bottom of the window, and that's my son was in there. He helped me. I showed him the ropes of this when I get too old to do this. But yeah, this holds, I don't know, I got probably 6 ton in here, maybe a little more. You know, it's just a pain in the butt getting it up there, but oh well. That's how it goes. You know, I wish I could have it over here, but there's not a whole lot of room with the basement steps here, and then the sump pump over there, and the well pump, you know, and the EFM would be. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a 55-gallon drum, probably this one right here. Probably that 55-gallon drum. It'll have a hole in the bottom of it, and then that pipe and that auger will go through it. And I'll just carry 5-gallon buckets of rice coal over and fill this barrel, and that'll be, you know, every couple of days. That's all right, you know. I mean, you know, it'd be great if I could feed out of a bin, but you know, as you can see, the bin wouldn't be that big, you know, because you have to have space to get down the basement steps here. So the bin would only be from where the stove sits here to, you know, right there at the edge there, you know, where the sump pump sits. That's only like 6 feet. You know, 6 feet by, and you need to leave 3 foot here. So 6 foot by, you know, you're talking, yeah, you'd be from the window, you'd be like 6 foot by 4 foot. You know, it wouldn't be very big. This bin's 5 foot by like 12.5 feet or something like that. Yeah, or 6 foot by 12.5 feet. It's pretty big. But yeah, I don't mind. You know, I guess I'll build a coal vac. Another option is build a coal vac. You take a shop vac and some PVC pipe, and you build a vacuum, and you vacuum the coal into the thing, and you turn it off and put the lid back on the barrel, and continue. So yeah, there's all kinds of ingenious things. You know, the old timers already figured this stuff out 80 years ago. Just, you know, yeah, now we're putting off some heat. So yeah, I like keeping my basement warm, just at 4 degrees, you know. And they're saying this coronavirus you know, doesn't like warmer weather, so you know, it's been all winter long, all spring here. I've had the house 73, 74 degrees according to, you know, on the thermostat. So you know, it got down to 69 degrees. That's what I have the oil furnace set for, and oh man, Mom asked for a sweater, so I knew something was wrong. So I had to just, you know, take my time and slow down, build the fire in there. Everybody who's ever helped me with one of these knows it's a pain in the ass. And build the fire in there and just back at it. So I'd like to work on some kind of UPS power supply that could power this thing until I could get time to go get the generator. But like I said, I'm taking this out of service soon. This here has a pot, and I'll show you the pot real quick. This video is getting long, and then I'll get out of here. See, this burns differently. Not instead of a burner grate, this comes in a pot. I got a spider in there. So the coal comes up from the bottom there. The auger would be right there where my finger's at the bottom, and the coal comes up, and then the ash comes over the edge here. So this pot of red hot coals will stay lit for many hours. The EFM furnace I had to shop, it was up to most of a day. The furnace could be off, and the fire would stay in the pot. So if you lose power for a couple hours or overnight, usually in the morning, and it comes back on, it'll just fire right back up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this and making all my hot water. There's the coil, and yeah, I won't need the hot water heater. The electric bill will drop. So yep, that's where we're at, and yeah, there we go. One last shot at the stove there, and yeah, we'll talk to you later. Keep tuned. Take care, guys.